Hi folks, I'm here from Straight Shooter Reviews, and we're going to do a quick little video here about how to break down and clean a Glock, which for those of you that are familiar with handguns, Glock is about as easy as it gets. So this video won't take very long, but it could be helpful to some of our new shooters who want to make sure they take proper care of their firearm, which I fully support. To start things off, I'm going to show you just quickly what I'm using, why I'm using it, and how it's going to work for the Glock. I have lubricating oil and gun cleaning oil. These are both hops. You don't have to use the hops. You can get the REM oil if you like, or anything else. But buy it from your local shop. Support your local gun shop. Here we've got cleaning patches, which we'll use to swab the barrel and the inside of the slide myself. This is a snake, which will attach the patch and will pull through the barrel. And then I've got this oil cloth that I'll use to rub down the gun to protect from any surface rust or anything of that nature. So, without further ado, let's get started here. Now, the first thing we're going to do here, which is the first thing we're going to do anytime we handle any firearm, is check to make sure that it's clear. Now, there's no magazine in the weapon, so as long as I check the chamber, I know the gun's clear. Definitely empty. Now, to break the Glock down, the first thing we're going to do is remove the slide barrel apparatus, which is about as simple as it gets. Now, you can see, hopefully you can see, there's a little notch right here, and there's the same thing on the flip side. What I like to do, and the simplest way, in my opinion, to do this is to grip the gun right by the beaver tail, pull back on the slide just a little bit, just enough that it releases, and then you're going to pull down in these notches. This little thing moves down. We're going to pull on that side and pull on this side at the same time, and then you can let the slide forward. Now all you have to do at this point is pull the trigger and remove the slide. That's pretty simple. So we're going to do it one more time just to make sure we follow. What we're going to do, pull the slide back just a little bit, grip it with this hand, press down on these little notches here, release the slide, pull the trigger, pull the slide off. Okay, now we've got our frame here, our grip, our barrel, slide apparatus. We're going to remove this, pop this puppy out. You want to make sure you put it back in the right way, okay? Metal to the back, rubber to the front. And then to remove the barrel, we're just going to poke it right out. That's pretty simple. I would do a close-up, but if you can't figure that out, you probably have no business with a handgun in the first place. Now to clean this, the focus usually when cleaning a gun is going to be the barrel, but also the maintenance of any metal and moving parts. The simplest thing to do, and what I'm going to start with, is the lubricating of the frame itself. There's one little spot here in particular where there's moving metal on moving metal. You can just see it there a little bit, right in here. Okay, so all I'm going to do is take one drop and put it in there just to make sure that stays crisp. There we go. Let that sit. I don't pay too much attention to this. I usually rub it down a little bit with my rag just to keep the grime off of it. But this isn't usually something you have to worry about too much. The next order of business here, I'll probably do the slide. The slide I'm going to end up lubricating as well, but first I'm going to clean it. So I'm going to rub it down. A little bit of cleaning oil on my rag here, and just give it a bit of a scrub. Now I keep Remington oil wipes in my gear bag all the time, so when I go to the range, before I put my guns away, I rub them down quick as well. So this isn't going to be the dirtiest it's ever been, but it's also got probably 500 rounds through it or so since I've last really cleaned it. Now it's a Glock. I probably don't need to clean it. I can probably put another 5,000 rounds down the tube if I really wanted to. But I've grown up with certain habits and they've carried over into my Glock owning lifestyle. So I'm going to continue on because it's given me a lot of good guns throughout time. There we go. Now, and just for anyone who might be annoyed at this point, I'm not showing you how to detail a Glock here. I'm sure there's a lot of things that guys do when they get more into the cleaning. That's probably great things to do. I'm just trying to show you a simple breakdown, simple maintenance to make sure the gun stays running in one piece. Give it one more here. Okay. Now back to the frame. There is a metal runner right here that I usually try to clean off. I like to keep this stuff as clean as possible. So I'm going to do the same thing, just a little oil on the rag and just rub it out. That's all we're doing. Just rubbing it out. If it looks like it should be shinier, make it shiny. That's basically what I'm going for here. And you'll figure this out very quickly. Cleaning a Glock is not a hard process. Okay. Now the barrel is usually the most intensive part of the cleaning. Not that it's hard, but there's usually more steps than the other aspects. So what I'm going to do here to start it off is figure out which one of these little brushes is for my .40 caliber. This is a Glock 22, by the way. I have a couple of my brushes out because I'm doing a couple different calibers right now. Let's see, that'll do. Okay. As far as cleaning supplies go, I mean, I bought a Hops kit when I was young, and I continue to use it. I buy these puppies in bulk because I go through a lot of these. I clean a lot of barrels. But it really doesn't matter what you get, as long as you have the necessary pieces. You know, the lubricating oil, cleaning oil, the brushes. I have the snake to do the barrels. I also have the rods, which are really handy for the long guns. But for the handgun, we will do this. So I've assembled my snake here, this little puppy with the brush on the end. I'm just going to put some cleaning oil on this and pull it through the barrel a couple of times. You don't need to go too crazy with the cleaning oil because the stuff's pretty potent. It'll get the job done with a fairly small amount. But one thing to definitely make sure when you're cleaning the barrel is that you want to pull the snake in the direction that a bullet would travel, okay? So what that means is if the bullet's coming from the back of the barrel traveling through the front, you want your snake to start in the back and pull through to the front. Okay, that's really it. I mean, it's a simple motion, simple process. There's not a lot going on here. This is fairly hard to mess up, to be honest. So here we go. And what I did right there was a little bit frowned upon, but I wanted to make sure I got all the gunk off the end that was sitting there, so I'll allow it. One more of these, and we're good. I'm going to do just a little bit of lubrication on the inside of the slide because this is a pretty moving part. Over-oiling is a bit of an issue. You'll see it leak off the gun once you put it back together. It's not the worst thing that you can do, but you're going to want to clean it off. Besides the fact that it's annoying, it's not great for the gun either. As far as reassembly, we're just going to take our naked slide here. We're going to put our barrel in first. Barrel seats just fine by itself. And then we're going to take this little puppy, seat that in here as well, and then replace it onto the frame. These notches line up nice and easy here. It's pretty easy to guide that thing back on. That was my mistake. Didn't have the recoil spring in there correctly. So here we go. And there we go. Guns back together. Good as new. Still clear. Good to go. Like I said, not the most intensive cleaning. You can spend a lot of time doing this. This is a good, quick, got back from the range, want to clean them up before I put them away. I'm going to clean them again shortly, and I know that. Here we go. So that's all I got for now. Stay posted for more videos. I'll do some cleaning. I'll do some reviews. I'll do some evaluations of different gear and guns. So I hope you guys like what you see today, and there'll be more coming.